Britain also received additional help in this battle, but it wasn't intentional. The Luftwaffe was huge and powerful, but Hitler had made one big mistake while building it. He didn't develop many long-range bombers. Germany's medium-range bombers, such as the Heinkel He 111, were only lightly armed. Germany's main fighter plane, the Messerschmitt Bf 109, could fly only limited distances. That meant German bombers didn't have much armed protection when flying toward their targets. To compensate, Göring ordered his fighter planes to stay close to the bombers. But the fighters stayed too close. The whole purpose of a scouting plane is to be far enough ahead to anticipate an enemy attack before it happens. In effect, Göring's tactics switched the Messerschmitt 109s, from offense to defense. That allowed the RAF, though vastly outnumbered, to shoot down more German planes. During the first 6 days of September alone, the RAF shot down 125 aircraft. As the Battle of Britain progressed into autumn, the Luftwaffe continued to inflict pain. The RAF was losing its most experienced pilots and its few planes. The citizens of London began sleeping in subway tunnels to avoid the German bombings. Air raid sirens blared daily. Children were sent to the countryside for safety, leaving their parents behind in the city. Yet the British people continued to fight. By mid-September, the Luftwaffe decided the RAF had only 100 fighter planes left, so Germany launched a blistering daylight raid on London, hoping to eliminate the rest of the British fleet. To their surprise, 300 British fighter planes struck back, and yet Hitler still didn't back down. Instead, the Luftwaffe ramped up its attacks. Following that daylight raid on London, more bombers flew in. At night, the pilots used the smoldering city fires for the first assault to find their targets in the dark. The Germans bombed London until 4:30 the next morning, and they kept bombing England for the next 57 days straight, day and night. This is a picture of a subway tunnel. That's train tracks. And that's people sitting up to sleep. Londoners sleeping on underground train tracks and platforms during the Battle of Britain.